Welcome LEGO fans to another LEGO Star Wars edition here on BilboBrick09's channel. I am your host, BilboBrick09, and today we will once again be traveling to the desert world of Tatooine to visit Jabba's palace. Alright, so here's the set, Jabba's palace. We'll go ahead and show you the instruction manuals here, right off the bat, because we got a lot to get to. So, try and speed through this brief introduction here. You get an orange brick separator, which makes everything great. I think that was like my 8th or 9th brick separator. So you do get two fairly thick instruction manuals. Here is the other one. Now as for numbered bags, you get 7 numbered bags in the comic at the end. So there you have those. It's set 9516. Recommended ages are 9 to 14. No one cares. Contains 717 pieces and yet retails for $119.99. So price per piece count is off the charts here, in a bad way, in a horrible way actually. But we'll get to that at the end and some other factors that make this set a little controversial. So let's go ahead and get to this set. Alright, as always we'll start out with the minifigures. So here we have Princess Leia and Boushh outfit. Boushh is a bounty hunter that she's posing as. This is definitely one of the better minifigures in the set, probably top 2. Contending with Jabba, and I don't know if you're really going to consider Jabba a minifigure, so this is perhaps the best minifigure in the set. This helmet piece is quite unique. It's nothing like Boba's or Jango's, so it's definitely a unique mold. There are a lot of unique molds in this set, which is probably why it's so expensive. So this is the head underneath, and you do get a hairpiece to make it look more like Princess Leia if you don't want the helmet on top. And there is a double-sided face, so it's almost like you get 3 faces. So she's pretty angry there. It's probably after she's been discovered by Jabba. And very nice printing. The printing continues on the legs, which is quite nice. And she has this black staff looking thing, not sure exactly what that is. And a thermal detonator, which is pretty cool. Almost looks like a miniature Death Star. On the back she has this little contraption. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but we will take that off. Let me show you the back printing there. So a very nice minifigure that we are happy to see. Next we have probably the most boring minifigure in the set, Chewbacca. This is probably about the 50th set that he's been in. The only thing that makes him unique in this set is the handcuffs. So, I'll show you this piece. It's about time to make a new Chewbacca piece, I think. Because it's detailed, but not very detailed in the face. I would like a little more detailing in the face. And of course the rest of the minifigure is even more boring, because there's no printing at all. So I think we've had enough of him. Even though he's great in the movie, he's not really great in Lego form. Next we have the Gamorrean Guard. He also comes in a Rancor pit, but he's not come with an axe in that set. So this is basically the same axe that Gimli has in Gloin, which resembles a throwing axe. And this piece is pretty nice. Kind of like the Ewoks, where it's a sandwich piece that fits over a normal torso. And it's a little bit of leg printing there. So, overall very nice mold, another unique mold that they won't use very often. Next is Ula, who is, I think the name is the Twi'lek alien. Once again, a very nice headpiece, or hairpiece, that you're not going to see very often, if at all, outside of this set. And there is a double-sided face. This is after she's been thrown inside the Rancor pit. And some nice printing on the back and the front. Next is Salacious Crumb, who once again is not exactly a minifigure. In fact, he's not a minifigure at all. This is all one piece, so once again a very unique mold. And there's a hole in the bottom so he can fit on a stud. So you can see that there. I like this a lot, and this is the only set that he's in, because I don't believe that he's in Jabba's Palace set. I mean the Jabba's Sail Barge. Could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure he's not. So he's exclusive to the set, along with Ula, Bib Fortuna, and a few others, the Han Solo. Here's Bib Fortuna. He's pretty freaky looking. Once again, a very unique headpiece. So you can already see why this set is going up in money. Well past price per piece, 10 cents per piece. So I believe he just has the one-sided face. Yeah. Could have given him another face, I suppose, but that's really the only face that we ever see on him in the movie. He has the black cape and no back printing. So, a fairly nice minifigure. This is the Han Solo and Carbonite piece. That's all one piece right there. And that is where the actual minifigure can actually rest. You can see how he clips on there with his hands, so he doesn't fall out or anything. His hands are turned the right way. Nice piece. Definitely better than the original. This is the figure itself, Han Solo, Skiff. Would have made more sense to include him in the Desert Skiff set, but and maybe just had this piece, but this is a nice inclusion. So no back printing there, and he does have a double-sided face. This is right after he comes out of the Carbonite, and he's still, what's it called? Some kind of disease from sleeping so long. Next we have the Bomar Monk, and the monk is nothing but a brain anymore that walks around, which is kind of creepy. This is the exact same Bomar Monk that we saw in the original Jabba's Palace and some of those other smaller sets. And you can see how it gives that brain look, because it's just a translucent orange stud, but the crystal ball piece kind of morphs it. And this isn't a piece that you see very often. This is actually my first one of those pieces. So, and it is the same Bomar Monk that we saw in the originals. I think I already mentioned that. And the legs are actually made out of black samurai swords, which is a neat way to reuse those pieces. And they do move around a little bit. And finally we have Jabba the Hutt himself. Very unique molds that we'll never see again except for any more Jabbas, like a sail barge. There is a couple of different pieces here. It's the bottom piece here. This is all one piece right here. Got a little bit of printing along there. And then they use this Technic pin. And that attaches in there. Like so. And one thing that's really neat about this is that one of his arms actually has a tattoo on it. So, that's pretty neat. I like that. Kind of like arm printing for a minifigure. And the arms move. It swivels 360. So, definitely much better than the original. Especially since he's got some printing and color to him. And that is how he actually fits onto studs. And we'll show you how he fits onto his throne here in just a minute. So that's it for the minifigures, and let's get to the set. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and give you an aerial shot and a 360 of the set. It's fairly large. I'll set a minifigure out here to give you an idea. So, not too much on the outside, but we'll show you the outside in a little better detail here in just a minute. You can really display this either way, but I would recommend displaying it from the inside, because there's just a whole lot going on in there. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the features out here. Here's the door, and this is like a turret gun up here, which spins 360, and these blasters, which are really just telescopes on hooks, move up and down. Now here's the door, and you can pop this little security device out here all the way and spin it. That is a printed piece, which is very nice. I don't believe there are any stickers in this set. So that's definitely a piece that will be worth a lot one day. And of course you can just push it back in there. And of course the door lifts up. What we do is we spin this that way and pull up, like so. And if you want it to actually stay up, you spin the cogs back here, and that little rod piece will fit into one of the holes in the back. Yeah. Gotta use both hands for this. So you can see how that works. You can do that a couple of different places if you want. And that'll keep the door standing open. That's pretty much it for the outside, except for a couple of other things, but I'll save those for later. Now, one thing to note is that these two pieces come apart, which comes in handy for if you add the Rancor pets to your collection. So I'll go ahead and show you the tower first. This is that piece with the eye, the droid eye piece right there. That's how you push it out. It's with that. So not too much interior detail in there. Until we go up here. So you get this. That has a blaster inside. Blaster rifle. I just added that there. And it also came with a bottle piece. Let me get that for you. I just wanted to show you what that looks like. Just a clear bottle. And up here is kind of like the watchtower area. I stuck the guard up there. And there's a pair of electro binoculars and a blaster pistol right there. So, not much going on inside the tower, but the actual palace is much more exciting. So let me move some of these minifigures out of the way. So I do get a couple little tables here. That one with the golden goblet. And on the other one we get another goblet and this. I think it's supposed to be like ice cream or something. Perhaps oranges. But some kind of food. I think it's supposed to be ice cream though. And another little box. There might have been a weapon inside there, but it's not there now. Over here we have Han Solo and Carbonite, and that spins all the way around and moves up and down. So you can get that whatever angle you choose. And this piece right here, is printed. You better look at that. So like I said, there's no stickers. So there are a couple of unique printed pieces in here that will be worth a lot one day, if not already. So as for the throne itself, let me just go ahead and show you. On the outside there's this piece, and if you push that, the throne moves forward, and you have to manually push it back. So you can see that there. So you can get it wherever you want. This is Jabba's gourd bowl right here. It's kind of flimsy, so I'm not going to take it off, but it does also come with his pipe, which is very hard to stick on his hand. The roof does come off, so you can get inside better. I'll show you that here in just a few minutes. So this is one drawback to Jabba, is that he does not grip objects very well. At least mine doesn't. There we go. So you can get that illusion there. And let me see what else. We're not film here, unfortunately. Okay, this does come out right here. And that was the piece that pushes the throne forward, and you get a little cooking fire there and a little pan. See what it looks like. Behind Jabba's throne, he does have some little things. He's got a gourd, which is really just a frog. He's got some gold here too. Never seen these gold pieces before. And a little blaster. Here's some stairs leading up to Jabba's throne. And some more on the other side. Oh, push Jabba's throne back. And pull this right here. It pulls that out, and that is for the Rancor pit. I will show you how that works in just a minute. And the final thing to show you is the roof. I'll show you how it attaches. It's basically those 4 gray blocks, and then just hold it in place. Take it out really easily. And the only feature to that is if you push this, you get a foot missile, because they always have to include one of those. So I believe that's all you'll want to see for the actual set, but I am going to show you what it looks like with the Rancor pit on the bottom here in just a minute. Alright, so here's the set with the Rancor pit on the bottom. I'll show you what you can do with that trapdoor feature. With a sticky minifigure there. Pull this. You kind of have to help it along. It doesn't help that I just have one hand. And then push that back. And push Jabba's throne forward. And he can enjoy watching his victim get eaten. So be sure to check out the review for the Rancor pit so you can see all the cool stuff there. It does look a little weird with the tower hanging off the edge there. Let me show you what it looks like if you take the tower off. So there is the tower off, and one thing I forgot to mention is that the actual tower splits into 2 quite easily. It's just attached by those. So, get to the ratings here, and some commentary in just a minute. Alright, I have a lot of things to say here in 3 minutes, so let me get straight to it. Definitely pick up the Rancor pit so you can add those minifigures, and also the Desert Skiff so you can add even more awesome minifigures, especially Boba Fett and Lando Calrissian and Kithaba. So we are way high on price per piece, which is a bit disappointing, but like I said, there's lots of neat printed pieces and unique molds, so it kind of makes up for it, somewhat. The other controversy on this is that some people think it resembles Arab temples too much, so they are somewhat offended by that, and they've actually asked the LEGO group to retire this set, and I think LEGO is actually considering that, and that it might be retiring as soon as next summer, so I will not express my views on that. But just be aware that if you want this set, you'll need to get it fairly soon if you want it, because I think it's going to be retiring soon, and I think in some countries it's actually already retired. So a little disappointing there, but and definitely also pick up the Desert Skiff and Jabba's Sail Barge, which actually comes out today. I'm filming this on August 1st. So pick all 4 of those Jabba related sets up, and you'll have a real nice display. I plan to get Jabba's Sail Barge at some point, and I'll do a review on that. Of course, And if I do get that, I'll also do a review showing all 4 Jabba related sets. So, let me get to the ratings here real quick before I run out of film. For the build, I'm going to give it a 7 because of the high price per piece count. You do get lots of unique molds, but then you also get a lot of ordinary pieces to build the actual palace. For play, I will give it an 8. Younger kids are probably not going to be plunking down $120 on this. Maybe they might get it for Christmas. But if they do get it, I think they will enjoy the set, especially if they get the Rancor pit with it, because there are a lot of neat little play features and stuff. And finally, for the display, I'll give it a 7 by itself, and a 10 with the Rancor pit. So, unfortunately I have to sign off now because we've got 1 minute of film left. So, thanks for watching. Make sure to check out the Desert Skiff and Rancor pit reviews, and if the Sailbirds review is on there at this time, then go ahead and check that out too. So, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Lego Star Wars reviews and all kinds of other reviews and stop motion videos. So, see you next time.